Hello, I'm Pastor Jason from West Metro Church in Douglasville, Georgia, and I want to welcome you to day number 287 of our Bible Book Club. We've been reading through the book of Psalms, and today we're going to be specifically looking at Psalms 53 and 54. Even more specifically, Psalms chapter 53, verse number 5. Let me read it for you. There they were, overwhelmed with dread, where there was nothing to dread. God scattered the bones of those who attacked you. You put them to shame, for God despised them. There they were, overwhelmed with dread, where there was nothing to dread. God scattered the bones of those who attacked you. You put them to shame, for God despised them. Psalm 53 and 5 describes people who are afraid. They were overwhelmed with dread, where there was nothing to dread. They were afraid. They were worried about nothing. They thought somebody was chasing them, but they weren't. They were afraid. Have you ever been afraid? I know I have. You're up in the night. Oh, it could be a burglar. But it turns out just to be your cat living his best 3 a.m. life in your house. That happens all the time. For me, a few days ago, I ate some chocolate chip muffins. They were delicious. I pulled out the first one, ate it. It was great. Had a little funny taste. Pulled out the second one, ate it. Had a little funny taste. Pulled out the third one, was a little more cautious, but just shoved the whole thing in my mouth. Still had weird, not a normal chocolate chip muffin-y taste. So I pulled out the last one, got a good look at it, and it was covered in black mold. Now, for my entire life, ever since I was 7 or 8 years old, I've been told, and I've told everybody, that I was allergic to penicillin. So I immediately got frightened. I immediately got scared. All I knew to do was I pulled out my phone and I Googled, how many hours do I have left to live? I was scared to death. Turns out, several hours later, you know what? I was just fine. The next day, I was just fine. 3 days later, just fine. Didn't even know I'd eaten anything that was covered in mold. So I was afraid for nothing. I was overcome with dread. I was worried over nothing. The great thing about that is I've dispelled the past 40 years of my life. I've told every doctor I've saw that I've seen that I was allergic to penicillin. Every nurse, I was allergic to penicillin. Every dentist, I was allergic to penicillin. But now, guess what? I'm free. I was afraid for nothing. I was worried, filled with dread, where there was no dread to even have. So here's the thing. When we're not walking with God, even peace will feel a little suspicious. Have you ever been around somebody, or you yourself, I know I have, that have said and thought, well, things sure are going great. They've been going great for several days now. That just must mean something bad is just around the corner. You know, that's spiritual paranoia, if you want to call it that. It's not faith. But when we put our trust in God, when we know that God is there for us, when we know that God is for us and not against us, that if He's for us and not against us, then who can be against us? That we can put our trust in Him, and we don't have to worry. We don't have to have dread. We don't have to be afraid. Just as the scripture goes on to say, but does God scatter the bones of those who attacks you? You put them to shame, God, for you despise them. So we don't have to worry. We don't have to dread. We don't have to worry when there is no worry. We can put all our trust and all of our hope in God. Thank you so much for joining us today. I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for our next Bible Book Club. We will be looking at Psalms 55 and 56. See you tomorrow. God bless.